Hi everyone, welcome in or welcome back to Between Realms Tarot. Today's pick a card love reading is going to be about what they are afraid to admit about their feelings for you. So we're going to try to uncover what this person is hiding about their true feelings about you, what this person is hiding about their true feelings for you, what they are scared maybe to confess or to admit to you. Before we start the reading, I want to remind you that if you'd like to book a private reading with me or if you'd like to support me and my channel, you will find all the details in the description box below. Now let's start the reading. For today's reading, I have 3 piles for you that are going to be represented by 3 images for 3 heart-shaped crystals. So for pile number 1, your crystal is going to be the Dalmatian Jasper heart-shaped gemstone. For pile number 2, your crystal is going to be the pink tourmaline heart-shaped gemstone. And for pile number 3, your crystal is going to be the clear quartz heart-shaped crystal. As usual, take a deep breath, relax all of your muscles, let go of all of your worries and thoughts, all of your anxieties, just for this moment so that you can listen to your intuition. Choose the pile that you feel drawn to. You can choose more than one pile if that's what feels right for you. Maybe for one person or for many people you are interested in. You will find the timestamps in the description box below. This reading is timeless. It will resonate whenever you find it. If you have picked your pile, let's start your reading. Hi, pile number 1. If you have picked the Dalmatian Jasper heart-shaped gemstone, this is going to be your reading about what this person is afraid to admit to you about their feelings. So let's start your reading. So pile number 3, let's start with your dices today. So we have Jupiter here in the 6th house in Capricorn, and I feel like this person is, from the whole energy of the whole spread, is afraid of the fact that they want closeness, they want to approach you, they want to be more intimate with you, and it's because of a lot of things. And let's start with the dices here, because Jupiter represents growth, especially in the 6th house here. Jupiter in the 6th house represents growth through effort, consistency, consistent effort, belief in the connection, daily responsibility, and wisdom. It's also showing love through actions, not only words, and approaching the situation from a bigger picture, from a place of believing in its potential rather than just from a place of impulsive action. And being in Capricorn energy here adds more practicality to the situation, where this person might feel the need to control or to restrain or to discipline themselves. And I feel like these dices are trying to tell us about this person recognizing that this connection is something that is not casual, and that is something that is real, because with Jupiter in the 6th house, it is this person's perspective, or the person recognizing that loving you or being with you in a connection requires consistent effort and emotional responsibility. It requires consistency, and it also requires their presence, their consistent presence for the daily structure of this connection. So this does not look like a fantasy. It's not this connection is so real, and this connection is something solid. From their perspective, it demands real follow through. So it's like this person is afraid to approach you because they are afraid of this specific type of effort that they recognize that this connection needs. And with Capricorn energy, there's this seriousness. They suppress maybe their feelings. This person restrains themselves. They keep themselves composed. They do not express their emotions. They might be somebody who's an overachiever, somebody who's a workaholic, because Jupiter in the 6th house in Capricorn, also, it's like Capricorn doubles the energy. Jupiter in the 6th house gives maybe a workaholic tendency, or on the opposite, laziness. It really depends on the signs, but being in Capricorn, this represents this person feeling the obligation of achieving, and so they get to work a lot, or they work a lot. So this person recognizes the hard work that needs to be done in this connection, and they are afraid to admit that they want intimacy because they know that this is what this connection requires. And it also requires, I'm getting that this person is also, they know that they need to be emotionally invested and emotionally present. So I feel like the consistent effort that this person is recognizing in this connection is mainly the emotional presence and the emotional investment that this connection needs. And we're going to uncover more of that in the cards. So with the Lenormand cards here, we have Crossroads, we have Moon, and we have Tree. So the Crossroads card, as you see, it represents literally a crossroad. It represents the energy of the Two of Swords, refusing to decide or being indecisive at the moment, facing an important decision and trying to weigh down options. It's like there's hesitation. This person is a bit confused, especially with the presence of the moon in here from Lady Normand. These two cards represent instability, they represent hesitation, indecision, confusion. The moon card, though, represents emotional investment. This person is reflecting a lot deeply about their feelings for you. I feel like you touched really something in like deep within this person, and I feel like you occupy a huge portion of their mind. This person thinks about you a lot. That's what I'm getting with the moon and the crossroads here. There is a lot of reflection being done by this person. I feel like this person is undecided about how to move forward with you. Not because this person doesn't care, because we clearly have the moon, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the kiss in here. So this person, they do care and they do love you. But with the tree here, there is growth that needs to be done. This person recognizes, because the tree card represents growth. The tree card from the Lenormand deck, it represents long-term growth. It represents also what needs to be done from a 6th house perspective, which is the daily effort, the routine, the consistency, the small steps, everything, the details, they matter in and they bring the big picture, everything into a bigger picture. And this person sees, they try to see into the future, and they try to project into the future. They think about the long term of this connection, and they are unsure. This person is unsure about the long-term future. They are undecided, and I feel like the thing that they are trying to decide is whether to approach you with intimacy, real vulnerability, emotional vulnerability, or to hold back and restrain themselves and keep everything secret. This person does not admit to you this specific process that is happening in their mind currently. I feel like this person might be acting composed, they might be acting like they don't care, they might be acting like they are not affected, and it's not a malicious intent that this person does not hide this because they have a malicious intention. It's mainly because they just would rather do this process by themselves privately rather than voicing it to you. It might be because they don't want to burden you with such a conversation, and it would make things complicated from their perspective. I feel like maybe even intimacy is a bit restrained or restricted between you and this person. I feel like this person does not say everything they think or they feel. And again, what they are afraid to admit is that they are not sure about where to go, and they care about you, they have feelings for you, and they are affected deeply by you with the moon here. But because they are unsure about the growth part in here, I feel like this person is unsure about how to move forward. They are unsure about the commitment. Maybe they might be avoiding the commitment because it requires a lot of growth from their part with the tree here. And again, for the third time, I guess, I think that this growth that they are thinking about is about the emotional consistency and the presence and the commitment and the loyalty that the connection needs. So they might be avoiding the whole conflict of committing from their perspective by not deciding on what to do. So they are attached. I feel like this person is emotionally attached to you, but they are scared of choosing to be intimate with you. And I'm going to explain the intimacy part. I'm going to explain it because the moon here represents an intimacy, an emotional type of intimacy. This person is affected by you deeply. But there's also maybe with the moon emotional insecurity. There is instability with the moon. The moon definitely represents instability, and also with those feelings that this person has with the moon here and the tree, there is a long-term potential that this person sees, and that they recognize that this is not casual. What I wanted to say at the beginning of the reading, because when I was pulling the cards, I got this this story or the scenario where a person is not used to being very serious in their relationships. Maybe all of their relationships were casual, or maybe they did not expect something real to come out of the situation or out of anything really, but then this connection felt deeper than it should to them, and now they know that their feelings are not temporary. They know that they are emotionally attached, and that this connection is not meant to be casual. It's meant to become something more. So I feel like this makes them very hesitant, very confused, and with the moon even scared. So they are afraid to admit that they recognize that this connection is very serious, and that it needs more effort, it needs more consistency, and it's mainly because maybe this person is afraid of how much effort this connection needs, and how much consistency this connection needs, and they might not feel like they want to do that at the current moment. They might not be ready. And going now to the journey card here from the Oracles of Mystical Moments, card number 19. This card, as you see here, it talks about this this girl who's riding the deer. Is it like, how can somebody ride the deer? Come on. I don't know, like, let me check. So yeah, this is a deer actually. And I know what you're thinking, like, how can anybody ride a deer? This is weird. And it reminds me of Sagittarius energy. And it talks about the journey card, literally talks about adventures. It really brings out the themes of Sagittarius, even though we don't have it right here. So you might be relating to Sagittarius energy, pile number 1. And yeah, the journey card talks about, again, I'm getting this feeling that this person is not used to taking other people's perspective into consideration. They are not, maybe they were alone for a long time, or they just make decisions about their own lives without including others. Maybe they were in relationships before and they were not maybe fully committed, or it was casual. It was not something that was planned to last for long term. But now this person, I feel like you make them, there is this energy of enlightening. So I feel like you shine a light on a lot of details and a lot of moments in life, and the moments that they share with you are really sacred. The moment that they share with you build a brick, a connection brick by brick. I don't know why am I getting this picture of this connection, or the emotional foundation. I feel like a foundation was built in this connection by you interacting with each other. And this foundation here is very strong. This person is attached, emotionally attached. That's what I'm getting. And the journey talks about you maybe contributing into this person's life with meaning. And so they recognize, or they feel like they cannot just let this go, or they cannot consider this as being just casual, and that there is more to this connection. There is intimacy that is long lasting with you. So they do recognize you as a friend, and they are afraid to admit that they see the potential of this connection. Again, the message is still there. They are afraid to admit that this connection has the potential to last. And it's just that with the journey here, you gave them, it's like you're a friend for life. You can be a friend for life for this person. Not, they're not friend zoning you. What I meant is that you can be a companion or a partner for life. And they do see that, and they are afraid of admitting it to you, because it means that there's going to be more intimacy, and it means that there's going to be more effort that is needed to make this connection last. The kiss here from the archetypes, I love this card. It really shows this type of intimacy where maybe when you are with this person and when they are with you, they feel, or you feel, maybe you or this person by number one resonate with this. You might feel, or this person, as if you are the only people on this earth, and somehow this person, I feel like they would feel as if when they are with you, as if everything else doesn't exist, and that you are the only people in the world, really. Maybe you would resonate with this statement pile number one, or maybe this person, but I feel like it's also this person. And the kiss card talks about a physical intimacy. I feel like this person, what they get when they are intimate with you, and by intimacy I don't only mean physical intimacy, I mean any type of union, not any type, but it's definitely this specific romantic or union with this person. Whenever they are with you in your presence, they feel like there is this warmth, there is this life, there is this vitality that just fills their lives. They feel more resonant, radiant. They feel more they feel like they can just relax. And what this person is afraid to admit here is that this intimacy is something that somehow, what I want to say is that maybe in the past this person had intimacy with other people. They did not really feel deep, they did not resonate with them on a deep level like they did in this connection. And so in this specific connection, the intimacy with you, your presence, your physical and emotional presence, made them recognize or see things from a different perspective, where they want to keep this type of intimacy with you lasting. There is a union between you and this person that makes them feel alive. It makes them feel warm. It makes them feel excited and enthusiastic almost. And so it's like they cannot deny this type of intimacy that they feel with you with a kiss, even though even if they try to push you away, or if they try to deny their feelings, they cannot. it's just so strong. And again, the emotional foundation is established, and it's undeniable currently. This person, and I don't like to feed into anybody's like fantasies, because you use your discernment, pile number one. If this connection or this person, they do not feel like they're reciprocating, or they might be taking more than given, I don't see them having malicious intent towards you. I see this person as trying to make decisions from a wise place rather than rushing towards something. They want to make sure that they are ready. So pile number one, if you feel like this person is maybe abusive in any way, please make healthier choices just for the sake of your own sovereignty and the sovereignty of others. Please make decisions from a moral place. So yeah, let's continue. Yeah, with the kiss here, I feel like this person, what they are afraid to admit about their feelings for you is that they crave intimacy. And not only in a physical sense, but also in an emotional sense. They crave vulnerability with you. They crave approaching and being close with you, but they are also afraid that that might mean that this connection means more than what it is currently, and that means that there is a whole lot depth of feelings that once crossed, they cannot pretend anymore. Once they cross into a place where they admit this to you, they cannot pretend like they are casual anymore. Closeness will make things real and will require emotional consistency and vulnerability, consistent vulnerability. And this person might feel as if they are unstable emotionally and they are not ready for it. So now going to the tarot cards one by one. We have the Queen of Cups, the Emperor, the Four of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Tower, and the Knight of Wands. And I feel like in this spread, specifically, this person mirrors the energy of the crossroads, where they hesitate between moving forward and restraining themselves. They hesitate between rushing towards you and holding themselves back. Because with the Queen of Cups, this definitely, under the Kiss card, come on, this represents vulnerability, compassion, empathy, represents emotional connection, it represents emotional openness, emotional intelligence. But next to that, there is the Emperor and the Four of Pentacles, and this represents total control. It represents that this person is having this type of feelings for you, the Queen of Cups here. And they also know that you do have the same feelings towards them. But with the Emperor and the Four of Pentacles, they hold themselves back. They don't express those feelings. They don't even reciprocate. Maybe they push you away. With the Emperor, it represents control, authority, structure, rigidity. So this person also, next to the Four of Pentacles, this person contains his or her emotions. They don't want to appear vulnerable. They feel like it might be it makes them look dependent, so they hold back with the Four of Pentacles. They guard themselves emotionally, and with the Chariot, there's definitely this movement that is established. There is this motivation, there is this inner tension that is established within this person. There is a desire to move forward towards you despite all of this holding back in here. Yeah, there is maybe opposing forces with the Chariot here with this person. A part of them wants to approach you and pursue you, and what I want to say by approach you is really talking about intimacy, physical and emotional. But another part of them is resistant, and this creates all of this frustration that might somehow lead this person into acting abruptly. Because with the Tower, it does talk about breakdowns, it talks about awakening and sudden truth and sudden action. So this person wants somehow to just like release all of that control and just move. They would like to maybe change everything and just move and let go of all of those worries and all of that rigidity and control, and just move towards you and pursue this connection despite the fear, despite despite the whole inner tension and conflict situation, they want to they have this strong attraction here with the Knight of Wands, where they want to pursue you with excitement. They want to move forward with you, and they want to move towards you because of how intensely they want to be connected to you. So the core message of this reading is that what this person is afraid to admit is that they have deep feelings. They want and crave deep connection with you, and they know that those deep feelings are solid, and they are just there's a whole strong foundation of emotional attachment in this connection, so you emotionally kind of make them feel vulnerable, and the idea is that they recognize that they want to pursue this connection with you, but they do not want to admit it to you. They don't also want to admit that they are indecisive currently about this specific topic, which is, do I move towards this person? Do I show them my emotions? Do I pursue them passionately? Or do I just hold back? Why? Because once I pursue them, I know that I'm going to need to be consistent emotionally and present all the time, so that this connection can last. And I do want it to last, but I feel I am incapable, or I feel this may be delusional, or I feel like things are unstable, or I feel like I'm not up to the challenge. So yeah, I feel like this person sometimes wants to release all control and just move towards you, but they just hold themselves back. And I feel like at some point something will happen in this connection that will change the whole dynamic. So pile number 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please press the like button, comment down below, and subscribe so you won't miss any future readings. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, or if you'd like to support me on my channel, you will find all the details in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching pile number 1, and see you next time. Hi, pile number 2. If you have picked the pink tourmaline heart-shaped crystal, this is going to be a reading about what this person, or what is this person afraid to admit to you about their feelings for you. So let's start your reading. So pile number 2, let's start with your dices. Here we have Rahu in the 7th house in Leo, and this sets the whole energy for the whole reading. So what this person is mainly afraid to admit to you is that this person is very focused on you. They are magnetically drawn to you. They are afraid to admit that this person is really drawn to you. They are focused and in an unexplainable way and illogical way drawn to you in a consuming way. This person is overwhelmed by how much they are drawn to you. Because starting with Rahu here, Rahu, or the North Node, represents the energy of fixation, of involvement, and also of focus. So Rahu being in Leo, there is ego being involved in here. There is a desire of this person to not be rejected by you. There is the desire of this person to be accepted by you, to for you to honor their emotions, for you to honor with pride their feelings, for you to choose them, and for them to be seen by you. This person wants to be admired by you because they admire you. I feel like this person sometimes asks themselves if they are in love with you more than you are in love with them, because being in the 7th house, it's the house of relationships and partnerships, committed partnerships, and Leo sign is the sign of emotional expression, or of self-expression in general. So this person wants to express themselves in this connection, and they want to express the desire, they want to express their emotions, their desires, and they want to express the fact that they want to be committed with you, but they want it to be reciprocated. They want the same attention, recognition that they give you. but they fear admitting it because it might make them feel vulnerable, it make them feel exposed, and they fear that they might be more into you than you are into them. With the shapeshifter card in here from the archetypes, I feel like this person, pile number two, excuse me, is a bit shape-shifting with you. I feel like this person is afraid to admit to you that they want to express who they truly are in this connection. I feel like this person might act reserved, or they might be adaptable. They might be somebody who would shift according to the mood, somebody who is also uncertain, and so they change masks so that they can fit into the situation. This person wants to show who they are, and they are afraid to admit to you that they are not who they are or who they seem to be all the time, because they shift their masks so that, you know, they can adapt, so that you can maybe so that they can be attractive, so that they can be appealing to you. So they might change their behavior, their tones, their roles, depending on how safe a situation feels. They might adjust themselves because they do care about how do you see them. They want to be respected by you. Again, there is this energy of this person wanting to be accepted, admired by you. And yeah, I feel like this person is afraid to admit to you that, or to show you who they are, who they truly are, because they did not yet, or they showed you different aspects but not the full them. And with the pure nature card, this talks about a figure here. This is card number 7 from the Oracles of Mystical Moments. And what I feel is that this person idealizes you almost, or sees you in this light where you are you shine like the sun, you are very respected, honorable. This person even idealizes you, as I said, and there is the Empress card right next or under that, and this definitely shows how respect this person has for you, how much respect this person has for you. And I feel like this person feels exposed. You can see that this figure here in this card is covered only by the flower, so and it is sheer. So what is happening is that this person feels exposed, and they want to keep a sense of respect by you. It's interesting, really. They want you to respect them and to see them as a figure who deserves admiration or even respect. And I don't see this coming from a malicious intent, or maybe from an ego-driven place, or from a narcissistic place. This person wants to be seen by you in a positive light. They want to be respected by you. It's very interesting how all weaves into each other and says the same thing. It's very interesting. So with the clover here and the ring and the lady from the Lenormand deck, what I see here with the clover card, you can see that there is almost the same shape of the flower in this card and in this card. I just noticed that, and I'm not sure what can that resemble. Maybe you can see that. Maybe you can tell me what do you feel about these two cards here in the comments. You can see that this figure here, this feminine figure in this card, it has there's a flower here, and it almost has the same shape as the flower in the clover card. I just noticed that, but I really cannot catch a meaning out of it. I don't get anything. So if you get anything, pile number 2, tell us in the comments. So yeah, with the clover card, I feel like, and with the ring and the lady, let's start with the lady because it shows how much respect they have for you. The lady shows that this person like put you in this, like you have an important role to play in this person's life, and it's like maybe you are the female or this person is the female, pile number 2, and there is an emotional importance of some type of of a figure in here, and I feel like it might be you, since all of my viewers are females, or people who would resonate with being a female. I feel like there is an importance that this person has to you, especially next to the ring. I feel like you stand out. You emotionally resonate with this person. You are not one of many. You are the person that this person focuses on, emotionally speaking. So they are afraid to admit to you that you are very emotionally important to this person. And with a ring, that this person takes you seriously. This person like has commitment energy all around, all over this reading. Like this person is afraid to admit to you that they are interested on and committed level, so they see you as a potential partner. The ring represents agreements, commitments, bonds. It also represents cycles. So this person doesn't only have an emotional or romantic interest, this person really is serious about you. So they are afraid to admit that you are so important and that you occupy a huge importance and a huge importance in their lives. You have a huge importance in their lives, and that they are serious about you and they think about long-term commitment with you. And with the clover, I feel like this person thinks, or they are afraid to admit that they feel lucky that they have met you, because the clover card talks about lucky moments, lucky openings, moments that do not repeat much. So this person is afraid to admit how much lucky they feel that they have met you and that they have you in their lives. And with the Six of Swords, let's go to the tarot now. We have the Six of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Empress, the King of Swords, the Justice, and the Knight of Cups. And starting with the Six of Swords, this person wants to move towards love. This person wants to move towards emotional fulfillment. With the Six of Swords, this person wants to move from any confusion, from any tension, towards emotional fulfillment. Here with the Ten of Cups, this person wants to move towards long-term happiness. They maybe even have a family vision. They want to have a family with you. They want something emotionally fulfilling with you. And with the Empress, this is the energy of love, of desire, affection, but it might be also an idealization type of energy, where this person sees you as the ideal partner, as the ideal emotional partner, the partner that they can have emotional fulfillment with. But they are 100% not wanting to admit that. With the King of Swords, they might want to stay composed, suppressing maybe emotions, or maybe not suppressing emotions, maybe choosing logic or choosing to appear respectable from their perspective, and choosing to seem or look more maybe mature from their perspective. So they are afraid of looking emotional or vulnerable. They are afraid of admitting that they want this with you. With the Justice card, there is this and again, they take this very seriously. They don't want to do anything wrong to you, or like by themselves or to themselves. They want to take things very seriously. They want to do the right thing. They weigh everything carefully and with logic and with real mature thinking, and they take everything serious with you, and they are afraid of making any type of wrong move that can maybe compromise things with you. And with the Knight of Cups, this is the energy that I was talking about at the beginning of the reading, which is expression, self-expression. This person wants to be vulnerable. They want to express themselves emotionally. They want to pursue you emotionally and romantically. They want to be sincere with you. They want to act from their heart, but they are not admitting that. They are not admitting that that is their nature. They do not want to admit that that is who they are, that they want to maybe nurture this connection in a romantic and an emotional way, because they might think that that makes them feel or makes them look unrespected or not respect worthy for you. They want to be respected by you and they want to be admired by you. So what this person is afraid to admit, the core of this reading, is that they are very drawn to you and they see you as a relationship material, that they want a relationship out of this, that you represent, maybe the connection represents emotional peace and fulfillment, that they are somebody who at the moment are not showing who they truly are. They might be hiding their feelings, or adjusting their moves and their tones and their acts according to what makes them feel safe at the moment. But the truth of who they are is this romantic, emotional human being who wants to express themselves emotionally and pursue fulfillment with you. But they are afraid to admit that because they would still want to be respected by you. They want to be respected by you, honored by you, loved by you, and admired just as they admire you, because truly they kind of, or a bit, idealize you or focus a lot on you. And this is not love bombing at all. This is really true emotional honesty. So pile number 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, please press the like button, comment down below, and subscribe so you won't miss any future readings. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, or if you'd like to support me and my channel, you will find all the details in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching pile number 2, and see you next time. Hi, pile number 3. If you have picked the clear quartz heart-shaped crystal, this is going to be your reading about what is your person afraid to admit to you about their feelings for you. So let's start your reading. So pile number 3, let's start with your dices here. We have the moon in the 12th house in Virgo, and I feel like you have heard this again and again in other tarot readings, and this topic is becoming a bit no, it's not becoming, it's already a bit annoying. The fact that everybody somehow is going through situationships, or a lot of people find themselves in connections where the other person is not sure or is refusing to be vulnerable, and that is very painful, and it really brings a lot of anxiety and worries. I feel like nobody deserves to be in such situations where there is uncertainty, or that the other person is hesitant or taking their time or acting from a place of ego. It's okay to take your time. I mean, it's totally fine. Everybody processes things on according to a different pace, but this is becoming something of a pandemic that everybody is an avoidant, maybe. So I think that really this is a social issue here. This is a big issue that everyone is suffering from, and apparently everybody here needs to seek help or therapy. So I don't know, this topic just, it comes up a lot. Yeah, if you have anything to say about this, maybe you have noticed this happening a lot, maybe write down in the comments. So yeah, let's start the reading already. You probably are like, Amira, please get with the reading. with the reading. So yeah, with the moon here in the 12th house in Virgo, the moon in the 12th house, it talks about subconscious emotions, hidden emotions, or suppressed feelings. It talks about a love or an admiration that is kept secret, unspoken also. Or it's also emotional self-sabotage. Like, also being in Virgo, this person, instead of feeling their feelings, they try to analyze them, overthink them, rationalize them, and think of their efficiency, like analyze if they are something that is efficient, logical, or appropriate, or useful, And if it does not look like something useful, they might criticize it. They might be like, these feelings do not make sense, so I suppress them, I do not voice them, I do not show them. And this also might be an energy of a secret admirer who's struggling with their own feelings. And with these dices, what this person is afraid to admit to you that is that their feelings are deep, that they are actually in love, that they are actually attached. So there is an attachment here to the level of obsession. It's a very intense attachment, and I see this attachment happens in a lot of, when I do readings for clients or for people, the attachment and the taboo that these people feel when their emotions, that, or the people who feel the need to hide their emotions, it always comes through readings as it is because they were suppressing them, they are maybe ashamed of them. There is a deep trauma that comes with this from a very early age, where those people feel the need to hide those feelings. And the problem is that the more they hide them, the more the obsession gets stronger, because the subconscious is trying to push those feelings into the surface so that they can be dealt with. But these people, and this person, pile number 3, is retreating instead, processing emotions openly. They retreat and they try even to suppress them into the subconscious, but they do come up again, and it feels like an obsession. So they are afraid to admit these feelings because they are intense, and this person is not unsure, but they are a bit nitpicking through these feelings and trying to analyze them and come up with conclusions. So it's really a painful position for anybody to be in. This person has a lot of pain when it comes to that. They might be burdened by their feelings just because they don't know how to process them openly, and it feels like obsession. And this person is afraid to admit them because it might scare you away, and it might also here make them feel vulnerable, and they are also afraid of not being reciprocated. So going now to the unseen and the storm here, this person, again, the unseen, come on, it's the 12th house, because the 12th house talks about hidden things, and the unseen, as it says, talks about things that are hidden, things that are, but this specific card in the guidebook, it talks about things that we are aware of their presence, yet we don't see them. And we see them maybe from a time to time, but they disappear again and we're not sure about them. And I feel like the message here for you, pile number 3, is that this person has some feelings, or a lot of feelings, that do come occasionally or suddenly, because they do suppress them. And so when they appear in a sudden way, and it hurts them. It destabilizes them, and it makes them feel confused, like they are unsure. But it's not like they are unsure of their feelings, it's just that they cannot understand them, and they try to rationalize them. They try to ground themselves, but they can't, because those feelings are very deep and hidden. And so they are afraid to admit those feelings because they are hidden, and they are also afraid to admit them because it almost feels like an invisible emotional connection between you two, and they are afraid to admit that to you. They are afraid to admit that they are very affected, and despite them maybe trying to control themselves and hiding their feelings, they still feel them. I feel like this person is afraid to admit to you that they are hiding their feelings from you. Like, this person does struggle with things that do not have real grounded or earthly structure. This person struggles with anything that is unseen. Maybe this person is very practical and does not really like to invest into anything that is or like invest mental or physical energy into anything that does not look real. So this person is very practical. They do lean towards logic and reason more than what is spiritual, what is emotional, what is invisible. Maybe they are an atheist, who knows. But yeah, let's see, with the storm here, this definitely destabilizes them. It's like, even if nothing is said or done, this person feels those feelings and they are afraid to admit them, right? So they are afraid that there is that of voicing any feelings to you because they don't even know how to name them. And with the storm here, the storm card talks about chaos. It talks about, as it says, the storm. It talks about anything that is decentralizing or destabilizing. So they are all the time going through this inner turmoil because of those inner suppressed emotions and feelings that do build pressure and make them like have obsessions. I feel like this person tends to loop. They loop a lot. They try to find solid ground, but they cannot find it because of how much they loop into their feelings, and it causes them a lot of destabilization. They cannot find a ground. They cannot find something that grounds them or something that they can hold on to. So they are afraid to admit to you that these feelings that they have towards you are becoming much of a burden, that they are not actually calm. If they look calm to you, they are not. They are afraid to admit that they are very overwhelmed, very chaotic, destabilized from the inside. And they try to control those feelings, but they are not in control at all. They are not in control. And this person is in chaos. Pile number 3. This person is going through it. Okay. So now the camera is going through chaos. It's not focusing. Okay, that's better. So now with the card from the Oracles of Mystical Moments, we have the card number 39. My home is my castle. And this card, it talks about, as you see, this woman has a castle on her shoulder. And this specific card, it talks about it talks about how much it's how much experience and memories we have. This person has a whole solid foundation of feelings for you. This person contemplates, and it's like they live in a mind that is full of feelings that they cannot control or they cannot put into a box. This person, something is coming through here. It's specific, but it might be something that resonates with everyone in this pile, but it's mostly about how this person built something for themselves that grounds them, that makes them feel strong, that makes them feel supported. And it's this specific fortress of their own experiences and memories in life. It's their belief system that they rely on so that they can be grounded in life, so that they can be successful. And I doubt that in any corner of this castle there is emotional intelligence, because this person struggles with their feelings for you, and most of whatever they have built in this castle is practical things, beliefs that maintain their happiness or maintain their security through their own belief system. And this person is afraid to admit to you that they operate from that place, and that these feelings that they have for you are not something they planned for or are something that fits into this castle. And it's that the only reason why they control those feelings, and they don't talk about them, they don't voice them, they don't say anything about them, is because if they go towards that direction, it just means that everything they have built for themselves here with this fortress on her shoulder is going down. It's the storm energy here. And this person is burdened by a lot of things. I feel like this person may resonate with having or with taking responsibility from an early age. This person does not have an emotional a functioning emotional system where they get to process feelings in a healthy way. They, as I said, they go through life in a different way, where they don't deal with feelings a lot, or they control themselves and they put on a mask and they just rely on themselves solely. So this person is afraid to admit to you or to talk to you also about their own traumas, because it feels like this connection brings up their feelings, their traumas, things that they did not ever expect to have to face or confront. And this connection makes them confront those feelings and past traumas. This connection makes them confront the fact that they cannot live in this way that they have built for themselves forever. And with the cross here and fox energy, the cross and the fox from the Lenormand deck, the cross card talks about burdens. It talks about responsibility. I feel like this person keeps their feelings hidden, and it's burdening them. It's their feelings are heavy, but not because they are bad, not because they are negative, but because they come with guilt, they come with responsibility, they come with pain. And the guilt and the pain may be because of their own traumas, of their own emotional lacking, but not because they lack emotions. They lack the capacity to deal with feelings at the moment, because, as I said again, they had to be in this emperor energy for a long time, where they keep a lot of boundaries against feelings, so that they can succeed in life and be secure. They silently endure their feelings here, and like this connection matters a lot more than you think, and they are afraid to admit that to you, because they are afraid of everything they have built in their lives falling. And with the fox here, this is definitely self-protection. This person acts from a place of strategy. They hide their true intentions. They try to protect themselves here through strategy with the fox. And so they are afraid to admit their feelings. They are afraid to admit their vulnerability towards you. They are afraid to admit that this connection matters more than you think. That if they seem to you as unavailable, it's not because they are, it's mainly because they control themselves. They guard themselves intentionally and carefully. They might appear distant for you, but the only reason they do that is because they are protecting themselves, and not because they don't care. They definitely hide their feelings, and it weighs heavily on them. So let's go to the tarot now, because we have the Emperor, the Six of Pentacles, the Devil, the Two of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. So starting from the Emperor here, this person is, as I said, again, somebody who operates from practicality. So they dominate their emotions rather than surrender to them. They don't like to be vulnerable. It might feel like weakness to them, so they stay in control. The Six of Pentacles here, especially because of its presence next to the Emperor and the Devil, there might be an unequal exchange, or this person may be trying to weigh down, like, what do you give versus what do they give. The interaction with this person might seem or feel very transactional. This person, they are maybe afraid to admit that they care about balance in this connection, so they don't want to take more from you, but they will be extremely hurt and chaotic, even if they feel like they are being taken advantage of. So this person may keep a lot of boundaries and not admit their feelings, it's mainly because they are scared that they may be given more than receiving, and it's not like they gave you anything. It really depends on your situation. Pile number 3, so you take whatever resonates with you. With the Devil here, again, this speaks of the emotional obsession that I've noticed at the beginning of the read, and they are afraid to admit that their feelings for you are even like crossing the boundaries and a bit becoming obsessive, even dependent. Definitely there is strong attraction here, but this person does not like to be attached, and they are afraid of losing power. Power really matters to this person. They don't want to lose that whatever they have built for themselves. And then with the Two of Wands here, the Two of Wands is the card of watching from a distance. It's also the card of planning, strategizing. There is this tendency of this person to imagine possibilities but stay inactive. They don't act on them because they prefer to control the risks, to control with the outcome even, so that they do think about you from afar. They do think of the possibilities with you, but they do not act on them, at least not now. With the King of Pentacles, this card of stability, commitment, but it is also the card of emotional restraint. So this person, again, definitely approaches everything from a place of what is practical, what is secure, what is serious. And I want to say that they are afraid to admit to you that they do think and they do consider the possibility of and the potential for something serious and stable with you, even if they seem distant or careless. So they would like to stay grounded or be in control. I feel like this thing might scare them, so they do think about these possibilities, but it does scare them, and so that's why they are afraid to admit it to you. At the end of the reading, there is the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords shows conflict. It shows winning at all costs. It's a card where there is ego driven actions and decisions, and this person may choose to protect themselves emotionally over being honest with you, because they do feel maybe fear vulnerability, or they do fear being exposed, or they do fear losing after being vulnerable. So this person is afraid to open up to you emotionally and even tell you about how much deep feelings they have for you and how much they care about this connection, because they fear that after being vulnerable, they will lose. And at the end of this reading, like the core confession of this person, what they are afraid to admit to you is that their feelings are hidden even from themselves, and they are intense, and they cause these inner storms and turmoil, and it makes them feel overwhelmed. They are burdened by those feelings because they don't voice them, they rationalize them, they don't feel them, and they avoid to be vulnerable. And there's also desire and attraction that is mixed with control, and so it makes it very obsessive. This person might be afraid to admit these feelings because they are afraid of looking obsessive or vulnerable. They are also strategically hiding those feelings, and they are afraid to admit that despite all of this turmoil, and despite them acting distant or pushing you away, they are really interested and invested, and they think and they consider a long-term future with you. This person has control issues, definitely, and so they feel like they are afraid to admit these feelings for you, because letting you in and opening up for you might disrupt their power, their the fortress that they have built of stability, the fortress of stability that they have built for a long time, even if it's based on a very restrictive belief system. This person fears whatever would happen in this connection if they admit their feelings, and so they will be from their perspective vulnerable and exposed. So pile number 3, this was your reading. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, please press the like button, comment down below, and subscribe so we won't miss any future readings. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, or if you'd like to support me on my channel, you will find all the details in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching pile number 3, and see you next time.